Axel's got that molly locked and loaded, throws it in the building, but unfortunately that was the wrong play. Xavier making it happen with their weapons.
Oh, but it's only one player. I think it's a 1 versus 1. Talent and Xavier now going down low. Last player for either of these two rosters. Flush is needing to come on through, but this is still on the northern shore. Boomer eliminated in the meantime on the eastern side. They tried to, I'm not entirely sure how they actually went down there. I think 4MV might have had sightlines, but in the meantime, Nade is still pushing around for Xavier. Talent with their last player, Misery, on the outside, not engaged in this one.
Team Reject all the way from across the map, popping some shots and taking advantage of this one. They get 2 of those eliminations there. Divine looking to get into the even more shots here. Next zone does center on up. ALPHA7 underneath the bridge, just trying to hang on. Carrillo's on the other side here. Eventually, he's going to have to make that swim across. He has no choice.
I don't think anyone was on top of the bridge right now. Team Liquid were underneath it. They're swimming around, just trying to survive at this stage. So, with that access to the bridge controlled, Alliance are really up against it here. They are going to have a real tough time of things. Carrillo, as well, is just going to have those off angles.
Yeah, Carrillo there, you see him trying to smoke his way to the water. He wants to find water like a dolphin in the sea. Unfortunately, those smokes, I think, have already run out. So he's going to have to make that mad dash in the next few seconds. Carrillo crossed the road.
That is the big question. Team Liquid losing players, their swimmers finally going down. No eliminations, no points.
That's a good big one.
Nice shot from Mafioso. For Carrillo, if he can get across, he can swim through. This is a safe crossing for him if he can make that first dash. He's making it. He's running. He's into the water. Is he going down? Not just yet. 4MV not quite able to connect. There's the spray. It's Twisted Minds from a distance, able to find those shots, but he still can swim. He can still go across, but that drown damage is going to start to come through.
The blue zone damage is going to come on through here too, because he is in big trouble here. You can see Papa Blue is starting to close. Looks like the rest of ALPHA7 are going to have to do it without their IGL. Now let's see what happens here. The next zone is about to click. Now the blue zone is going to really start punishing teams. Reggie OCO with the mini is just too good. 6 eliminations. Team Reject. They are finishing the day off incredibly strong.
This is a huge opportunity for them, not only to break the 3-digit barrier, which they've done pretty handily by 3 points now, but also for position in this match. The thing that I will criticize them for is the fact that ALPHA IHC have now got control to their south side. That ridgeline that I talked about before, so powerful when it comes to closing out games on this South Island. We've seen it time and time before. It's that western high ground and that eastern high ground played off against one another, but the circle keeps the northern side in, keeps that little settlement around the bridge mouth still in action, and ALPHA7 have control of that. Twisted Minds, they're trying to push into the north. If ALPHA IHC can just spread along this ridgeline, they're going to have a great game.
4MV going to lose a player there on rotation. Twisted Minds soaking up some of these elimination points. That's 7 for them. This is one that they really desperately need. They're all the way down in 13th place, but it's going to be hard to catch Team Reject since they are keeping up the pace here. Mafioso getting a couple nice little hit markers there onto Team Reject. But they honestly, I'm going to give them the edge here. They are doing so well in this game. And they are going to be the first team to pass up that legendary 3-digit mark.
Oh yeah, they are up on 1-0-3 right now, not including the placement points they've accrued already, but Mafioso spot for AG. That should be resable. There's not too much to worry about there. Alliance, they are just going to fall like ducks in a barrel to ALPHA7. That's a Kalaris quote.
That's not what you want to be. You do not want to be a duck in a barrel. That is for sure.
It's a bad time.
You want to be free. And you can see 4MV flying down to freedom in the water.
That's right.
That's where ducks like to be. And you can just see them trying to make it onto dry land here. Let's see if they're able to do so, because they are starting to get chunked down little by little.
They're evading the
Mafioso's going to see a... Does he spot them, though?
He doesn't have a nade. A nade would be absolutely huge here. You put it right in the middle of them. As soon as they try and step on the land, they're done for, right? Because you can't heal whilst you're swimming. Now they're going to try and make landfall, the spray
Spotted.
with the UMP, but the ammo's not looking super strong right now for Revo as the nades do start to come through. That's what I was looking for. A Molotov to slow them in their approach to the beachhead there as Mafioso spots
That's
the player at
huge.
the back line. Another nade goes down low, and there's the knock from
Alliance!
Mafioso.
Leon trying to make something happen, and ALPHA7 get a couple more points. Revo jumps down.
Uh-oh.
Revo, does he see Leon, though? No.
Twisted Minds.
Oh, Twisted Minds. Now getting into the action. Looking to take this game to their hands. They move out of the safety of their building and are looking to clear this bridge out. Igor on the move,
dear.
and ALPHA7 finally take down Alliance. Meanwhile, Team Reject have been big chillin' for the most part, but Divine is on the move and looking to get active.
Yeah, stretching out along that coastline, that's going to give him cover from that ridgeline that ALPHA7 IHC have now managed to establish control over. Reject on that north coast. Twisted Minds have ALPHA7 surrounded.
Alula IHC, where do you be? You're on the south side. You haven't made any moves at all. Only one elimination
They're
here.
in the best place, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they are in the best place, but they're going to have to make some moves here quickly. They're 14th on the leaderboards. Placement points aren't going to be enough. If you have the opportunity to get some of them eliminations, you got to be able to take some risk and get them.
What a way to close out the final day, though. Our two big hitters in the tournament, Reject and ALPHA7 going toe-to-toe on a brutal South Island finish. 5 teams remain. ALPHA7 IHC, kind of the arbiters of this position. Divine's actually jumped into the water. He's getting a little bit of information there, and it is going to push away from this ridgeline. This is where Reject's position might be a little bit stronger, but they need to open up towards ALPHA7 further.
Team Reject's position is extremely compromised because of this next circle, and it's going to be up to ALPHA IHC to really punish them here, especially if they want to win this game. You want to be able to take out Team Reject on rotation. You don't want to deal with them in a fair fight. And when it comes to fair fights, Team Rejects are going to win those 9 out of 10 times. They've proven that so far. Had at least a 50-point average in these 2 days, an insane accomplishment. Eventually, you got to try to take them out here. Oh, a big long nade. Ooh, does a little bit of damage to Guizhou as the circle starts to close. This is going to be a big fight between Twisted Minds and ALPHA7.
It's going to get messy. I mean, it's been messy for a while. No cleanup in sight either. Reject have now managed to move a little bit further along this coast. Reiji still breaking out further into the water. Going to want to make landfall a little bit later on. ALPHA7 under pressure from the off angle from ALPHA7 IHC. You can see they managed to find a little ridgeline there, but ALPHA7 taking shots out towards Reiji as he's going to try and push further on in from the water.
I'm going to give this game to Twisted Minds already.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think Twisted Minds are going to have those buildings. ALPHA IHC is playing this extremely passive here. Unless we see ALPHA IHC just take a crazy risk and go dead center, then we might see something happen. But right now, Twisted Minds have the big positional advantage. And I think all these other teams realize it, so they got to try to hunt down a couple eliminations. And right now, the shortest path to that is going to be Team Reject. Long
The arc is
nade.
good.
Oh, it gets the confirmation on a Reiji. That's a huge one.
Able to get that flush is absolutely massive. Taking a player out of the mix there that could have been rezzed. They're now diminished, and they know there's more.
And the big thing is they know it's Team Reject on that side for a fact. They got to take them out here and now, especially if you want to pass them up on the leaderboards. You can't let them get any more room.
It's a big arm.
Ooh, that did touch Divine. He didn't like that one. That was an eviction notice right there. And Team Reject know that they do not have a safe place to stay. That little dip right there is so dangerous. If a nade happens to make it right in that little crevasse, they are done for.
Nades in response finally actually pulling the pin on their own, but not going to find anything there. Mafioso with a difficult approach, and I think you're right, Twisted Mind still with the best spot. But if this fight on the north side concludes, it gets a little bit more difficult.
Twisted Mind should win this game. There's no way they lose this. They're in such a great position. The only thing they have to do is defend against ALPHA IHC, and it should be money in the bank for them. But let's look right now at what ALPHA7 can do. If ALPHA7 can find a fight, a fair one, onto Team Reject, they're going to have a little bit of coverage with that slight little hill, but they got to make that push. They got to clear this side of the map out if they want any chance at winning this game. Or even, who cares if you win this game? Just take out Team Reject. That's what your goal should be, right? Just stop them from getting any points.
I mean, that would be fair enough. To be able to get that done would be a big old relief for them. But ALPHA7 IHC have removed Shan. They're going to move forwards, play the ridge lines. Divine's doing the same. He's trying to meet them at the pass, and he's gotten up a level. He's gotten closer to that roadside, but he's under pressure now.
What
a lovely shot that comes through from Twisted Minds. Over in those buildings, able to find those off angles. ALPHA7 IHC now playing 2-2. One on the back is knocked, so they're going to need to spend time to res that up.
Let's see what Team Reject can do. They're going to have to pull off some magic here. They are stuck between a rock and a hard place. ALPHA IHC, and now ALPHA7 is going to find some angles onto them. And Twisted Minds, this is their game to win. And just how many eliminations are they going to get for this victory? That's the question. They're down in 13th place. They got to close it out here. Dwello, the last player up for Team Reject, and he's down to 1 HP.
No name.
Here comes the Rebel. They got him! And that is Team Reject out. 12 eliminations for ALPHA7.
ALPHA7 push up to the triple-digit mark as well. With placements accrued, that could be the challenge they're looking for to close out day number 2 in first place. This could be what they have on the menu. ALPHA7 IHC are back to 4, though, and the smokes have bloomed.
This is stage 9, folks. The zone's about to go into every elimination they can, but Obscure gets a knock on a McGrellin. That's going to hurt. ALPHA IHC have to push out into the wide open. You can see them just doing so ever so slowly. They need some critical knocks here to help buy some time.
Smokes so important here. The res comes through onto McGrellin there, which means that they are playing as 3. Need some healing, and he need it now, because now you need to jump over the top. Mafioso takes down Tiol. No, hang on a minute, that's Obscure from Twisted Minds, but they look for the point anyway.
Point steal.
Another one. 13 now for ALPHA7 as they start to ramp up. Another 1 and 2, looking for third as well. 3 players still alive for ALPHA7 as the damage pours on into the Twisted Minds compound. ALPHA7 IHC going low as well. ALPHA7 flowing from the northern shore will try and push further in. The Molotov there, they're packed all in, and they're looking for the escape here, but Ratto Boy goes down. The nade is in, and Twisted Minds fall. Now, in a 3 versus 2, looking for the opportunity to make a statement against Reject, to put them back where they believe they belong. ALPHA7 from the northern side are able to make it happen.
Woo! 19 eliminations! Are you kidding me? They took out Team Reject. They clutched it up at the last second, and you know they're going into the final day here of the PUBG Mobile World Cup on top.
And a potential record.